Question: what is PPP, Public-Private Partnership, and describe PPP cell in Indian Railway? Answer: 1. PPP, Public-Private Partnership, is a new financial management concept to tackle the shortage of funds for quality and capacity enhancement and infrastructure development projects of Indian Railways. It combines the advantages of public and private sector. 2. PPP cell has been formed in railway to attract private investment. 3. The PPP project is implemented under the concessional agreements like BT, BOT, BOOT, BOLT, RM, RMT, ROMT, etc. 4. Railways want to make partnership with private sector at railways terms and condition and in interests of customer. 5. Many areas have been selected for public-private partnership in railways, which are as follows. 1. The steps taken in this area are SPV, RLDA, CONCOR, IRCTC, RVNL, etc. 2. Container train operation, construction of private siding, inland container depot and rail-side warehousing. 3. Private operators have been allowed to run container services. 4. Catering services, hotels and food plaza. 5. Construction of dedicated freight corridor. 6. Commercialization of vacant lands. 7. Establishment of production units for the manufacturing of engines, coaches, SPW and SPV. 8. Establishment of multimodal logistic park. 9. Liberalized wagon investment scheme. 10. WLC. 11. TDS. 12. PFT. 13. SFTO. 14. AFTO. 15. Ancillary automobile hubs. 16. High-speed corridor. 17. Modernization of metro and mini stations as a world-class stations with modern passenger amenities in them. 18. Connecting port and SEZ to rail. 19. High-speed corridor. 20. Development of agro-retail outlets and supply chain. 21. Establishment of super multi-specialty hospitals. 22. Construction of ICD and rail-side warehouse. 23. RUB, ROB. 24. Expansion of network and production capacity. 25. IRCTC budget hotel, food plaza, food court, fast food unit, luxury tourist train, call center, statistic and on-board e-catering facilities. Public-Private Partnership, PPP, cell in Indian Railway. 1. PPP cell works as an expert advisory and internal consultancy group within the Railway Board for all matters involving public-private partnership. Specifically, it will a. Identify potential activities projects to be taken up through PPP with advantage to Indian Railway. b. Assist and advise nodal directorates and zonal railways in developing and executing PPP projects. c. recommend appropriate structures for PPP and lay down detailed procedures on the subject for Indian Railway, closely following Finance Ministry and Planning Commission policy guidelines and directives. D. Interact with state governments, government agencies including Planning Commission and Ministry of Finance and private sector and industry bodies in the matter of development and fine-tuning of PPP policy for railways. E. Disseminate PPP policies guidelines to nodal directorates zonal railways. F. Coordinate with DEA, Planning Commission and PPPAC for approval of PPP projects, if and when required. G. Examine legal structuring issues in respect of PPP projects of RVNL and issues pertaining to viability gap funding, VGP, in consultation with concerned directorates. H. In addition, CRB may assign any other work or responsibility to the PPP cell from time to time. 2. In order to discharge the above responsibilities, PPP cell would take the help of a panel of standing consultants, to be appointed with the approval of board. 3. The assistance to be rendered by the PPP cell would be in the nature of providing a panel of standing consultants, development of standardized concession contract document procedures and capability building on Indian Railways in the matter of PPP. Specifically, the PPP cell shall assist the nodal directorates zonal railways in 1. Procurement of consultancy services for the project, if necessary. 2. Definition of the service outcomes and results to be procured. 3. Development of the risk allocation matrix by seeking advice of expert bodies competent advisories on the matter. 4. Bidding procedures, parameters, documents and evaluation criteria with the clearance of Board, Finance Ministry, Planning Commission, Ministry of Commerce and Ministry of Law. 5. Development and standardization of requisite documents such as shareholders' agreement, concession agreement, O&M agreement etc., with the approval of Finance Ministry and Planning Commission, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Law and where necessary with approval of Cabinet. 6. For bid evaluation, an officer of the PPP cell will be in the tender committee if tender is floated by the board. In case a tender is floated by a zonal railway, one officer of PPP cell will be in the appreciation committee of the railway board. 7. Capacity building in the matter of PPP. Note: the executive responsibility would be that of nodal directorates and the zonal railways. The nodal directorates and zonal railways would continue to identify projects for PPP. However, for synergetic and coherent development of such projects, they would inform the PPP cell and seek the advice of the cell from time to time, in the course of identification and development of PPP projects by the PPP cell. The cell would involve the nodal directorates throughout the process to ensure that the nodal directorates contribute effectively in shaping the outline of the project and taking up the project for execution.